Hello. So we are on day 3 of our yoga challenge. This is not fashion. This is probably a very hard part of this experience, which is can't blow dry my hair. So hang on tight there. We are all missing silly things and important things. So yeah, so it's just a heads up. I don't think it's gonna get any better as we follow through the challenge. You have to bear with me. Anyway, let's focus now on what truly is important and let's stand forward on the edge of our mats. Nice. Bring your hands into prayer position in the center of your heart. And here, close your eyes and let's take a grounding breath. Inhaling to the full capacity of your lungs. Exhale through an open mouth. 2 more of those. Deep inhale. Exhale fully. Last one. Super deep inhalation. Exhale fully. And from here, set an intention for your practice. It's going to be short and sweet. I hope a good, strong one to come. Let's see how the mood goes as we flow. And we set the intention that our bodies will receive whatever they need throughout this practice. Gently open your eyes and allow your hands to rest beside your body into the mountain pose, finding length in your spine. Nice. Big circle sideways. Look up towards your fingertips. Deep inhale. Exhale, drop your hands to your heart center. Bend your knees and start imagining that you want to roll inside your own body. And now drop your hands on the outside of your feet and stay very relaxed here now, a good old ragdoll pose. Halfway lift, keep your knees super bent. Come on the fingertips or on your block, shins or thigh. Keeping the chin tucked in. Looking down towards the floor, let your belly rest against your thighs, your chest against your knees. One more deep breath. Nice. Keep your knees super bent. Squeeze the inside of your knees. Big circle sideways and let's land on our first chair pose. Soft knees, bring the weight much more to your heels and slightly lift your toes off the mat, placing them down again. Weight is much more on your heels than on your toes and look down towards your feet. You should be able to see all your toes easily. If that's not the case, your hip is far too forward, so push it back. If you're new to this, remember that hyperextending the pose is not what we're looking for. We want you to keep a natural bend on the back without overarching your spine. Drop the shoulders away from the ears and find an easy chair. Keeping your core tight always helps you keep the integrity of the pose. A deeper breath to go. Drop your hands back into your heart center and fold forward again. Placing the hands on the outside of your toes and let the belly rest against the thigh again. Heavy head. Drop the shoulders. Everything is relaxed in this pose. Slow and controlled. Big circle sideways. Come back into our chair pose again. Squeeze the inside of your legs and roll these arms all the way up. There's variations. You can gaze to the space between the palms of the hands. You can look forward or slightly down. It really will depend on how your neck is feeling today. A deeper breath to go. Elongate both legs and big circle sideways again. One breath into the mountain pose. And off we go. Hands come to the heart center. Big inhale. Look up towards your fingertips. Exhale. Forward fold. Imagine you're jumping from a cliff. Open the chest. Open the arms. Maybe for you, if this is too soon, to come with your legs all straight. Bend your knees and come all the way down. See how far your hamstrings can go right now. Bend your knees nice and deep and take a big step back with your right leg. Allow your right knee to find the floor. Uncurl your back toe. Remember this 90-degree angle on your front knee. Some of you will need to support your hand being placed never on the knee joint, just on your thigh, and come all the way up. For some of you, this pose feels a bit too deep too soon, so this will be a pose. And if your knee is sensitive, just double fold your mat or place a folded towel under your knee. If this is not the case and you're feeling quite warm, I'm starting my practice very late today, so I'm totally warm by now. Drop the shoulder down and beam from the fingertip. A deeper breath to go. This is not a back bend, so you're quite vertical here. One more deep breath. Exhale, hinge forward, placing the hand on the outside of your left foot, and left hand comes down, and step back into a strong plank again. Gazing down to the space between the palms of the hands. Let's push the heels down towards the back of the room, feeling the stretch happening on our calf muscles. A deeper breath to go. Hold yourself strong there. Place the knees down towards the floor, relax the toes, and now imagining that you want to hinge forward and come all the way down, 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 down. Get into the cobra. Push the floor away, tuck the chin into the chest, and halfway lift. Keeping yourself quite strong here. As you know, I'm not fond of looking up and having this funky neck going on. Tuck it in. Cobra poses should have the arm very close to your rib cage. Again, everybody has a different shape of body. You might want your hands a bit further apart. So play with your hands and push the shoulders away from the ears. You feel an activation of your middle spine here. A deeper breath to go. Micro bend your knees, push back and forward. Forehead comes down towards the mat. Deepen the breath and relax. One deep breath to go. Nice. Bring the palms of the hands nice and flat. Weight is given to the elbow. Separate your feet into parallel lines. Now the weight comes from my elbows to the palms of my hands, and I'm in all fours. From the all fours, curl your toe. So now you can have balance to keep on walking your hands back, and you have with your knees bent. My knees are quite sensitive, so I'll double fold my mat and protect my knee joints. Watch my foot at the back, so there's stability grounding me. Core super, super tight. Allow both arms to flow. Halfway through, you stop. Imagine I'm pushing you backwards and you come back as a plank. You're not folding backwards, it's as a block. Deep inhale here. Exhale, push back and hold. We're here for 5. Breathe. Watch those shoulders, relax them down. 2 and 1. Right arm goes back, come back, stay strong. You should feel your thigh burning. Left goes back, come back, core tight, and both arms go back and come back again. Nice. And place these hands nice and slowly against the floor again. Back into your all fours. Nice. Relax here. Curl the toes and come all the way to your first down dog. We're paddling right and left, alternating the touch of the heels down on the floor. So today I got someone telling me, and I'll just do it on my side, that she hates with all her might down dogs, and she can't understand how I say relax on your down dog. So just do it on the side. I want to run your checklist and see. You're still there. Stay on your down dog. So normally what happens with this pose is too much strain on the shoulder joints or bad positioning of your hands. So let's play with our hands a bit. Traditionally, middle finger is pointing forward. My shoulders don't like that. So you have to play a little bit with your hands to see where your shoulders can feel good. And then again, watch my legs. Maybe having the legs far too straight, if your hamstrings are still tight, is not a good idea. Put a micro bend on your knees. And imagine I want to bring my chest towards my thigh. So natural mistake is to do this. The person ends up with a turtle back. What we want is the opposite movement of moving the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe relax your head just for now. Keep that core tight and push the floor away from you, but still keeping that very relaxed neck, totally capable of moving and not collapsed inside. So this could be your pose for now. It's quite small, the distance between my hand and my feet. As you progress in this pose, you're going to have a bigger gap and your heels are going to find the floor. And just stay here. For me, this feels quite good. Angie, you would disagree. One more breath. If you have been holding your down dog for that long, you might be super ready to come out of this pose. Nice. Right leg comes to the sky, deep inhale. Take a big step forward with your right foot, landing on the very edge of your mat. Drop your left, same thing on the side. Maybe place your hand on the top of the thigh and reach with your left arm up. Same thing, this is not a back bend, we're just beaming upwards. Find strength in your core. Nice long deep breath. Awesome. Super stretch on your hip flexors and place the hand down. Let's curl the back toe and find ourselves on top of our push-up again. A deeper breath to go. Nice. Catch up your breath on this one. Pay attention to where I'm going. Right foot will step on the outside of my right hand. I'm dropping my hips slightly here. Huge stretch on your hip flexors. Come back to plank. Left foot steps on the outside of my left hand. Drop your hip a bit. Come back to plank. Ready? We're gonna do this in another timing. Ready? First, easy. Step and step back. Left. Step and step back. Ready? Right step. Step back, catch your breath. Left. Step. Step back. Making the tempo a bit higher. Step and step. Step and step. 2 to go. Step and step. This is the last one. Step and step. Pay attention where we're going. Step, 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 step. Forward, forward, backwards, backwards. Forward, forward, stay low, backward, backward, 2 to go. Forward, forward, backward. This is the last. Forward, forward, backward and backward. Micro bend your knees, jump forward. Your knees are apart. You can tell she had coffee. And the feet are apart. Try to push them back, hands on your heart center, opening those knees. For some of you, this pose is too adventurous, so your pose will be here. Super good. We're still benefiting from the pose equally. So choose where the poses is for you today, and you can stay. A deeper breath to go. That's why you shouldn't tape sessions at 5 p.m. One more deep breath. And allow those hands to find the floor. Roll those toes forward to the edge of your mat. Walk your feet parallel, side to side. Bring your hands to your hips. Put a micro bend on your knees so you can lift yourself all the way up. Lock the knee, big circle sideways, look up. Exhale, hands come down. Let your heart rate come down. Couple of breaths into the mountain pose. 2 to go. Use your mouth to exhale. Keep that core tight. This should be your last one. Nice. Open your eyes, full circle sideways, look up, deep inhale. Imagine you're hinging and jumping again from that cliff. If it's too soon, bend your knees, come all the way down. Halfway lift, hands on shins, on the edge of your mat or even on thigh. We really want you to have a flat back here, stay. Deepen the breath. Fold forward again. Halfway lift and stay. This time we're going to place our hands just under the soles of our feet. So much so that my big toe is touching my wrist here. For some of you, you'll need to bend your knees to find that grip. And for some of you that your hip flexors are quite stretched, it's possible to have the legs super straight and the arms super straight. Squeeze the toes on this yummy part of your hands and drop your head down relaxed. In this pose, bend your elbows to the outside of your mat as you fold forward. The intention is to have the forehead coming close to the shins. Actively move your shoulders up and away from your ears. So you want the shoulder blades to be actively working in this pose. One more breath into this forward fold. Keep those toes squeezing. And gently let's undo. Placing the hands again on your shins or on the edges of your mat. Halfway lift, deep inhale. Exhale, fold forward and down. Micro bend your knees and step back with your right leg. Adjust your right foot into 45-90-degree angle at the back. Sweep the back of the hands on the floor and come up in slow motion. It's 10 times harder to do things slowly. Adjust your back foot now on a 90-degree angle and get into your warrior two. Look back to your hand and make sure it's not dropping. Same line, and look forward again. Keep that core tight. Watch the tendency of pushing the bum far too forward. You just want to keep it in and open that knee all the time. Deeper breath to go. Side angle pose. Rotate the palm of the hand and come to the side. Some of you can really rest. Just make sure that you're not resting and coming forward, but you're resting this forearm on the leg and still finding a nice line, a nice angle. Like I always say, is if I'm pouring water, it would come all the way down. Core tight, belly in. Watch the neck not falling. Keep that neck engaged. 3, 2, and 1. Invert this pose. We're going to invert our warrior. Rotate the palm of your top hand forward and relax your hand on the back, or maybe slide it on the back, on your back leg. One more breath. Remember, this is a side stretch. This is not a back bend. Keep flexing that left leg. Reach as far back as you possibly can with this left hand. Deeper breath to go. Come all the way back, deep inhale. From here, rotate both arms, rotate your back foot, both toes are pointing forward. Flex your hands and arms as if you want to touch your shoulder. Hinge forward as if you want to take off. Take a baby step forward, finding really safety that you can bounce on the pose without falling and wobbling. Ready? Use the strength to pick this leg up and reach. Palms of the hands face forward. Watch the tendency of the hip wanting to come high. If you're not sure, put your hand on your waist so you can feel. Now let me see the sole of your foot. Flex your foot and show me your foot. Maybe this is too high for you. Your pose can be right here, it doesn't matter. 3, 2, and 1. Cross it over. Right arm goes under. Left arm goes on top. And wrap it around. For some of you, this is your pose. For some of you, there's a double wrapping and even a double wrapping of the leg. It doesn't matter. Push your elbows down. I like to gently touch the edge of my nose. It just reminds me how the Eagle pose talks about perspective. As you really bring this hand very close to your nose, you notice that you can see now 2 images instead of 1. And what does that really mean? Whatever you're feeling and seeing, there's always another perspective, always another way. Let go. Undo the arms. Bring this leg really high now. With control, imagine you're stepping and stamping on something invisible. Hold yourself strong until that foot reaches. Wonderful. And now let's pick up the left leg and relax it. You may have been standing on it for a while. Look at my toe and really press it down, feeling the stretch on the leg. 1 breath to go. Keep that posture nice and strong and steady. Last deep breath. Let that go and hands come to prayer position, other side. Deep inhale, big circle sideways, look up. Exhale, forward fold, diving into your pose. Place the hand on the outside of your foot, halfway lift. Exhale, foot forward and stay. Grabbing these legs from the back, really fitting, forehead inside, the shins as close as they would come. Last long deep breath. Keep your elbows very close to the outside of your thighs. Halfway lift, deep inhale. Exhale, place your hands on the floor, forward fold. Deep inhale, look up. Micro bend both knees and take a step back now with your left foot into 95, 40-degree angle. Peel your hands, slow and controlled. Come up, deep inhale. Exhale, adjust your back foot into 90-degree angle, and we're here on a warrior two on the other side. Look back to your hand and see that your back hand is not dropping. Then bring your gaze forward to the nail of the middle finger. Stay strong here. Run your checklist. Relax the shoulders down, core tight, watch that bum. Stay strong at the same time. Don't squeeze the mat with your toes. Just relax. Side angle pose. Flex the palm of your hand. You might want to rest it on the thigh, or maybe just hover, using much more energy of your side body here. Keep the gaze facing forward and don't let your body twist. Stay here. 3, 2, keep the bend on your front knee, and 1. We're going to invert that warrior. Rotate the palm of the hand, fit your hand behind, or just slide it on your back leg. Remember never to use your knee joint as a stopper for you. Keep reaching, flex the right knee even more. Super side stretch. Remember, this is not a back bend. One more breath. Awesome. We're coming all the way back again. Rotate the palms of the hands and then rotate the foot at the back. Make sure that if your stance are too wide, take a hop forward to find balance. Bring these hands into tapping your shoulder with strength. Step forward, palms of the hands go up. Let me see the sole of your left foot. Watch that hip coming too far up. Relax it down in 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Wrap it around. This is called the eagle. Now the left arm comes forward. Right hand on top. Maybe you can double fold on this side and double wrap in your leg. Bring the hand very close to your nose. Deep and sit. You can choose to stay here. You can choose to go really deep on the pose. See what your body wants for today. Just keep that core tight. We're gonna undo this. Ready? Undo the fold of your arms. Undo the fold of your legs. Bring this leg up again. We're gonna stamp the air, pushing it down with control. Use your breath. Nice. And right leg comes up. Really pushing the front part of your foot down and doing all the tension we have put on that foot before. Core nice and tight and feet in parallel lines. Hands come to prayer position in the center of your chest. Big circle sideways, look up. Exhale, bend your knees into the chair pose. Outside of my right arm will rest on the outside of my right thigh. Left arm, right thigh, go. Natural mistake of the pose is like a funny shoulder. So make sure you're beaming forward from your fingertips and you have one straight line between your arms. The intention that you provoke a spinal twist, and the tendency is that people get to their knees out of balance. So look to your knees and make sure they are on one straight line. Keep those knees connected. Push the palms of the hands and look up if it's possible, or look forward, or even look down. See how this pose works for you. A deeper breath to go. Sit deeper. Deeper breath to go. Relax the toes, no squeezing the mat. Sit deeper. A deeper breath to go. We are coming out. Sway the hands back to your heart center. Stay with your knees bent and we're swapping sides. Same thing. Make sure those knees are in parallel lines. Look down. Push one hand against each other and twist. The intention is to provoke a spinal twist. Move this shoulder away from the ear. If your neck is better on this side, you can look up, look forward, or look down. See what serves you today. Last long deep breath. Sit deeper. Awesome. Hands come back into prayer position. Keep your knees bent. Big circle sideways. I know it's burning mine too. One more breath. Elongate and lock that knee. Squeeze the bum. Rest with your hand on your thigh. Deep breath. Relax the toe. One to go. Relax the bum, relax the toes. Just stand very straight. Recovery pose. And off we go. Big circle sideways. It's only 30 minutes today. Let's move. One more breath. Exhale, hands to heart. Bend and stay straight. Open the arms to the side. Right hand rests or on your block or on your floor. In between both toes, place your hands. If you don't have a yoga block, you can always put a thick book on the floor. That will help you. For some of you, here is your pose. And for some of you, you can have your gaze up towards the sky, where you can glance your thumb of your left hand. So you have a good spinal twist going on here. Wanna go. And bring it down. Hands come to shin, halfway lift, keep your gaze down. Exhale, forward fold. Open the arms into a cross halfway, and then left hand finds the earth right in between, and opposite movement. Really opening this hand again. See if you can glance and see your thumb. 2 and 1. Placing it all the way down. One more halfway lift. Micro bend your knees and step back with your right, step back with your left. You're holding yourself quite strong on that plank pose. A deeper breath to go. And Chaturanga. I am not super fond of this pose, so let's run over a checklist for safety. Push the weight all the way to your tippy toes. Imagine your forehead wants to go down. Your elbows do not bend towards the floor. They stay really, really close to you and halfway upward facing back. We're going to do a video just for Chaturangas, so make sure that you're doing what you should be doing. Otherwise, it's never ends up so well. One deep breath to go. Upward dog. Look at the pose, normally wrong. Pull up. Maybe this is too much for you today. Come down and stay on your cobra pose. Nice. Curl your toes and back to your down dog. Melting on your down dog. Open that hand. Play with your shoulder. Let me see the inside of your arm. Facing forward. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Angie, bend your knees a lot. Let your thigh rest on your belly. Push the floor away. See if that makes your head and your neck feel better. A deeper breath to go. If you're really familiar with this pose, bring these heels down towards the floor. Really, really nice. Awesome. Look at the space between the palms of your hands. Micro bend your knees. We're going to jump back forward again. Landing right here where we were before. Right hand is placed on the outside, just finding a place of contact on the floor. And let's open these arms into opposite direction. Really trying to pull this left arm far, far, far back. Breathe. And bring it back. Swap sides. Place the left and open the right. Try to open this arm as far back as we can. Deepen the breath. I'm going to calm down just now. One more breath. And come all the way back. We are going to find ourselves into sitting. But first, flow. 5. Your intention is to have a flat back. This is too much for you. This is your pose. 3. And 2. And 1. Place the hand on the center, hand on the back, helping you to come all the way back. Nice. Deeper breath to go. We're starting to do our roll downs. Halfway through, stop. Bring your hands on the outside, and as you lift your foot, I want to cover the sole of my right foot with my left hand, and my opposite hand goes up. So this is the movement. We're going to do it in slow motion first. Watch this leg super straight. Deep inhale. Exhale, change. A little bit of coordination. Inhale. Exhale, swap. Ready? Core tight. Pick up the tempo. Inhale, push the shoulders away from the ears. Tuck the chin into your chest. On a super flat back, stay. Nice. And gently bring your gaze up. We're going to let the left leg come to the center of the mat, and the right leg will go on top. For some of us, if your hip flexors is too tight, this will be a bit of a tricky position. So you can put a bolster or a pillow just here so you can rest. If your pose is looking something like this, you can always separate your feet even more and stay here. We also benefit from the pose that way. Otherwise, we're stacking one leg on top of each other and we're forward folding. So as you inhale, bring your arms up, look up to your fingertips. And exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. You're still holding yourself really quite high on your spine. Fingertips find the floor and walk. Walk forward, walk forward. Now let's see, maybe this is your pose. We call it crossing the edges. When you find the edge, don't push. Let's see if we can cross this edge nicely. Maybe for you, this is your pose here today. Let's try. Drop the elbows if you can and it's comfortable. For some of you, you can still fold forward and walk your hands further away and place the forehead down on the floor and breathe. Stay there according to the flexibility of your body. This can be a super nice pose and feel really good, or it can be a pose that you really have to be focusing on your breath. Deep and last breath to go here. And gently start bringing those fingertips back. Nice. And let's swap. Let's try not to help the legs. Put your hands out and do the fold of your legs. And same thing on this side. Walk the fingertips, find your edge. So this for me is my first edge here. I can already feel how tight it is on my hip. And I may stop, close my eyes, focus on my breath, take my attention to my thigh. And then gently I can come on my forearm, stay for a couple of breaths, just crossing this new edge, and then relaxing the forehead down. Deepen the breath. Make sure your bum is grounded on the floor. There's a tendency of too much weight going to your hands.